All right. I just mentioned when I was talking to Yale, she was unsolicited, and I don't think she actually had seen the agenda to know this, but she was talking about how important these innovation challenges are. And I just said, we're going to have a chance to talk about one of those right now. So we have a few folks that I wanted to introduce. We're going to talk for a minute, and then we're going to announce the winner of the innovation challenge that Vitro did. But first, we have Neil Soni. You got a chance to meet Neil earlier in the conference when he moderated the panel on customer first programs. As I mentioned then, Neil literally wrote the book on how startups and companies should work together, and has become a close advisor to CSL. We've known each other for a long time, a close advisor to CSL, and has been helping us with this programming. And then we have two executives from Vitro who actually sponsored the program and are going to have them talk in a moment as well. So we have Leo and Humberto from Vitro who are going to tell you a little bit as well. But Neil, maybe we can just start with you. When you think about these kind of challenges, right? This is a chance to do outside in innovation. There's a lot of different ways you can do outside in innovation. How do you think about these challenges in general? And then we'll get to the Vitro challenge specifically with Humberto and Leo.
Yeah, I think first off, I'm a big fan of them. I think they're sort of a great thing to incorporate in sort of an innovation program in general. But specifically, I think the beauty of them is it allows you to get outside of the way that your organization is kind of in the habit of thinking, and not meant as a negative. Every organization has to think a certain way. They have a business to run, and they have multiple businesses to run, actually, in the case of companies like Vitro. But there are approaches outside of that organization, creative approaches that, you as an organization may not have maybe the skill set, maybe the incentives to think about. And I think, these challenges can be a great way to incorporate outside ways of thinking into your organization. So, I think there's different ways to go about these challenges. Some can be university focused, like this one is. There are some which are, more general and open to just any startup out there. There's some which are maybe geared more at academics. But there's many ways you can go about it. I think this is a great approach because the company Vitro came in with very specific prompts that they wanted the students to tackle, and I think those prompts were maybe uniquely geared towards CMU students. So I thought it was a great approach.
Awesome, and I guess we'll move to Vitro in a moment. But if people are entrepreneurs listening, they're thinking, "Hey, I want to keep track of all of these different challenge opportunities." Do you have any ideas on how they could do that?
Yeah. I have a small idea on how to do that. So I have a free email list for entrepreneurs and for researchers, and actually just anybody I actually been started to use the term maker. So anybody who is a creator, because you don't have to be a startup founder to have a solution to one of these innovation challenges that are out there. You can actually read about the challenge, learn about a challenge, and then say, hey, I actually know how to go solve that. I may not have a company today that goes and solves that, but I can go create one. So if you're interested in that, the website to go to is openinnovationleads.com. And I can put it in the chat as well, I guess.
Yeah, do that for everybody. So let's move to Vitro a little bit. So Humberto, I thought maybe we'd start with you just talking a little bit about who Vitro is for anybody who's, any of the other companies on here or faculty that may not be familiar with it. And then how this fits into your kind of digital transformation strategy. Because when we did the kickoff, you did a nice job kind of framing how this fit into the entire digital transformation strategy that you're leading at Vitro.
Yes, so thank you. So Vitro, we are a more than 110 years old company. Our corporate is based in Mexico, but we've grown a lot. We acquired a couple of companies in the US, and now we are the largest glass manufacturing in North America. We produce architectural glass, automotive glass. We have a mining company, and we also do cosmetics, containers glass for that. And part of the challenge is being a 110 years old company. Innovation, it's difficult. No, it's trying to move the mothership and make it innovate. It's really hard. Change the mindset of the people that is working inside, that has been here for 40 years, 50 years working, is really a challenge. But we're firm believers that the challenge comes not only from inside the company, as you were mentioning. Also, there are a lot of opportunities outside because we not always see what's out there. No. And this is part of what we wanted to achieve with this challenge, try to bring new ideas, innovative ideas that can be applied to our own processes or sales processes and be able to innovate faster on what we call the edge. No, not really the mothership, but as just a little bit aside of what the company is doing on a day-to-day basis. And not just incremental improvements, but really radical ideas that can take us to the next level and make Vitro preserve and stay here for another 200 years.
That's awesome. And maybe the last question before we announce the winner, Leo, could you just talk a little bit about what the prompts were for this challenge?
Yeah, so, well, we have 5 different business units, and the idea was to put on the table some of the priorities or some of the topics that, and I agree with what Neil mentioned, that we get in the habit of thinking of certain ways and, what we already do. So we have this brainstorm session with the R&D departments from the different business units and came with these 5 prompts. So, for example, thinking about the future applications of glass in vehicles with automotive glass and windshields, what could we do with them and digitalize this solution? For architectural, we're thinking about the current COVID context, what could be done through glass and interior design to address this situation. We have another business unit called Diverse Industries that is anything that it might not be directly related to glass. So we have their own challenge to incorporate, and we know about the capabilities from CMU to build these things. Also, we have a challenge for one of our byproducts that we have been exploring what to do with it. And the last one, well, we have a pretty robust design process for our cosmetic glass business unit. So we are always trying to match and be quick about what our customer wants in regards of design and how we create these products together with them, and we speed this process. So we were also seeking for ideas on how to be closer and speed the design process together with our customers.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to have you guys announce the winner, whichever, Leo or Humberto, whoever wants to do that in a moment. But I just want to, before we do that, just say thank you for bringing this opportunity to our students. It was really incredible for you to do this. We really couldn't do things if we didn't have corporate partners like yours. And so I really appreciate you guys making the time. Leo, I know you especially spent a ton of time working with Ali and Neil on this, and I really, really appreciate that. So thanks on behalf of Carnegie Mellon. And now I'll hand it over to whichever one of you want to announce the winner, and we'll invite the 2 ladies to turn on their camera.
Leo, you take it away.
Okay, before announcing the winner, so I would like to make a shout out to all the participants. I see Abby is also there in the online, so we also really liked your proposal, Abby. But unfortunately, there's one winner, so congratulations, Sky, Luciana.
All right, and Sky and Luciana, do you want to go ahead and there you go. You're ready to go here. All right, guys, we'll turn it over to you to talk for a minute here.
Thank you, everyone. It's really an honor. We really appreciate this opportunity to work with so many wonderful mentors from so many different areas, and from mentors from Vitro and from the Source Center and CSL. So we are a team of 2. I'm Luciana Ma. I'm a graduate student from School of Architecture at SMU. I'm passionate about designing and developing a product that solves real-world problems. And here's my teammate, Sky.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Sky. I'm a master's student at Carnegie Mellon, doing a deeper dive in the information system management at Hans College. I'm really appreciative for this opportunity to present here today. Now I will pass back to Luciana to introduce our product, CarePort.
So we proposed CarePort, an innovative glass-based insulation that changes existing rooms in long-term care facilities into airtight quarantine mode to stop the transmission of the virus inside the facilities and thus protect residents and workers from COVID. While less than 1% of America's population lives in long-term care facilities, this tiny fraction of the country accounts for 7% of the COVID cases and 40% of COVID deaths. This share of deaths linked to long-term care facilities for elder adults is even higher at the state level. For example, in Pennsylvania, the number of residents and workers in nursing homes who have died accounts for 67% of the death cases. And healthcare workers represent almost 20% of coronavirus cases. So, and currently there are no effective methods to adjust the indoor environment in these congregate facilities where many people live in a confined environment and workers move from room to room. So we're proposing a solution that includes an innovative product and a supply and distribution plan. So CarePort, the product, is a modularized structure that quarantines space in existing long-term care facilities while enabling flexible service modes. CarePort incorporates EVA membranes, glass structure, air circulation, and infiltration device to bring revolutionary changes to the current situation where both senior citizens and caregivers can't get proper protection in their senior facility, in their long-term care facilities. And Vitro will operate as the main raw material supplier, manufacturer, and organizer of the CarePort business. Through building a service and operation center, incorporating sub-suppliers, and bringing multiple stakeholders together, Vitro will become one of the most important facilitators in responding to COVID. My teammate Sky will introduce the project impact.
Thanks, Luciana. So one of the main ideas of CarePort is to provide a safe living environment for elderly along with a better living quality. CarePort can fulfill the need for providing a safe environment for both elderly people and healthcare workers in the nursing care facilities, improving the efficiency of service delivery quality within the facility and solving the nursing shortage issue in the society. It will provide a home-like experience for elderly in nursing homes. And for Vitro, CarePort can open the market to the elderly care facilities, demonstrate Vitro's care for the most pressing problems our society is facing, and problem-solving capacity. Thanks again to Vitro for giving us this opportunity to present our ideas, and we're really excited about the future opportunities for CarePort.
Thank you so much. We really look forward to turn this idea into reality.
All right, awesome. Sorry. Were you saying something? I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just turning off the steering share.
Okay. All right, good. So, I think this gives you a chance, right, to understand how, startups plus big companies together have this opportunity to come together and really make the world a better place, improve the business, improve the industry, and again, we couldn't do this without good prompts around the challenges that companies want to look into. So, thanks to Leo and Humberto for thinking through that and really, putting this out in front of all the students. Guys, I guess for Leo or Humberto, anything that you would want to add now that we are not trying to keep what the winner is a surprise?
No, congratulations to the team. I think it was a great experience, and we appreciate all the effort that all the teams made. It was tough to make the decision. There were 2 or 3 very good ideas, but I think this is very, very applicable to what we do, and also helpful to the current problem that we have as a society in the world today. And hopefully this thing goes away fast, but who knows? Maybe we'll be free for 30 years or 50 or 100, but maybe something else will come up, and this is a great solution that is mobile and is real quick to implement and protect our community. So thanks a lot to the team.
Awesome. Leo, anything you want to add?
No, again, congratulations to the team, and hope to continue in contact to make this a reality. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, we'll leave it to you two to stay in touch with the team. It's kind of between you guys now on that front. But I think there's just something magical when entrepreneurs and corporates get together, and it's a great chance for everybody to see that today. Neil, I'll leave it to you to give any kind of final parting thoughts here.
Yeah, I think you touched on it. The clarity of the prompts and I think that made a big difference as well. Of course, CMU students do what CMU students do, and I think all the proposals were, at least that I saw, were really interesting. And I expect there are probably multiple businesses that can be started off of the challenge responses that came. So there can only be one winner, but I think, for all the proposals, there was something interesting that came out of all of them. And I think for the students too, I mean, if any students are in the audience, I mean, I'm sure we'll do more of these in the future. And I think there's, even if you don't win, there's a lot of value to even thinking about a solution this way and going through the exercise. And who knows, it may spark another idea that you kind of iterate off of what you develop here and you start something else. So yeah, I think it was a great experience for everybody involved.
Yeah, absolutely. And thanks again to Vitro for making it possible. Congratulations, guys. It's awesome that you won. It was very competitive, and you guys should be very proud. Just in terms of programming here, we're going to wrap this up now, and then in just about a minute, we'll start with our last 5x5x5 of the conference, as we're getting to our last of a lot of things. Dr. Michael McQuaid, who's the Vice President of Research at Carnegie Mellon, is going to do the last 5x5 with me. We'll then have a conversation with Tim Murphy. Tim was originally supposed to be on our database corporate startups panel earlier, and we had some connectivity problems, so I'm going to do just a quick chat with him. And then, back by popular demand, we had done the kind of speed networking Friday night, and that was really cool. So we're going to do it one more time again, starting at 3:20 today. So every 5 minutes from 3:20 to 3:50, the system will automatically match you up with another participant for 5 minutes of conversation, and then you'll get the next one. They call these a virtual cocktail party, but I would say at 3:00 on a Thursday, it's probably not a cocktail party thing, but maybe it's a coffee party or something like that. But hope you guys can join us from 3:20 to 3:50 then, and then I'll just have a couple parting thoughts at 3:50, and we'll be done. But as these things kind of come to conclusion, I've said a number of times we couldn't do it without our sponsors of this event, but we also couldn't do the things we do at CSL without the corporate partners who work with us. And to Vitro, thanks for making this happen. It was awesome. All right, we'll be on with Michael in just a minute here. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everybody.